Okay, so here's the back. The back is a solid door. There's some vents up at the top. And here's my handle. And that's what the back looks like. So it's my Cisco switch, the power strip, the back of my firewall. The red line, the red network cable is actually the network connection that's coming from the back of the cable modem. The green, or the safe line, is what actually feeds my gigabit switch and the rest of the live internet connections in my house. The third network port that's not being used is my orange network, which I haven't plugged in. It's configured but not being used. So that would be for internet that I could potentially provide to say another wireless or to another switch that would give people network access or internet access but not access to the rest of my network. It's actually a segregated DMZ, or demilitarized zone on my network. Back monitor, KVM switch, nice blue home server, and my two rack mounted servers, the Dell server and the HP, the DL380G3. This yellow Cat5e cable is the two lines that are running up to my office, and those of course plug into the back of my patch panel. There's a lot of slack in the cable because this was really my first time running cable, my first time plugging it into a patch panel, and I wanted to give myself a very large room for error. So cable's cheap, and I figured, well, why not have a bunch of extra in case I needed to, if I made a mistake, and of course I did the first couple of times, so it was nice to have that extra room there, or extra length of cable, so I could fix my mistakes. The red and black cable there is a extension cord that actually powers the whole case, and I'll show you the front of that in just a second. And you can see the top of the case. This actually is removable, that hexagon shaped panel there. You can actually get a set of fans and hang them from the top there, but of course I have no need for that, so that's what that's there for. A couple of holes for routing cable. This actually is my coax cable for coming from outside, and that feeds my cable modem. That's pretty much it. Make sure that I had a dedicated circuit for the rack. I didn't want anything in there conflicting with anything else in the house. So if I screwed up doing some kind of anything, I didn't want to mess around with any of the existing electrical circuits in my house. So I had a company come down and wire two GFCI outlets and its own dedicated 20 amp breaker, and I got a couple of extension cords that run from there into the top of the rack, and they power the UPS and a couple of power strips that I have back there. One other thing I wanted to show was how I have my phone lines or my phone jacks connected to my server rack. What we have here is just a piece of plywood that I connected to a 2x4 stud with some metal L brackets. This is just a plastic electrical box, and running inside is my phone line, which is coming from, right now, my cable modem. So this line actually runs over and above into my rack, and inside on the back of this little panel, it's actually wired into this cable here, which becomes the demarcation point for all of the other phone jacks in my house. So I definitely wanted to clean this up, and I just thought it was cool, so I wanted to put it in the video. Okay, so I've got the Cisco switch plugged in. You can see the status lights going there. And let me turn on the two servers underneath so you can get an idea of what they sound like. There's the back. So one last thing I wanted to mention now that everything's off again is I normally keep this door closed every day, as well as the back, and I don't have any problems whatsoever with heat in either my home server or the firewall. And I understand that this particular rack was really made for telecom equipment, but for my purposes it's just fine. And when I actually get around to using my two servers that are underneath, I just leave the doors open, and that gives me all the cooling that I need for those servers. Okay guys, so that's my home server. Hope you enjoyed it, and see you next time.